Well, welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors, a double A forged Mutt rendition. Now, we're going to jump right into it. The overall length on this knife is 8 and about right at 3/4. We got a blade length of 4 1/4 with a cutting edge of about 4. Let's just stay with 4 1/4. So we got 4 1/4 on blade length, 4 1/4 on cutting edge. The handle scales, the handle scales themselves are right at 4. Let's go with 4.5 inches long. Your inner grip, which is very, very important. The inner grip on this thing is right at, let's see, let's pull it. I'm pulling everything by hand, guys. It's right at 4 inches. The handle thickness is going to be right at 7/8. Your blade stock, which this is 3V steel, your blade stock looks like right at about, guys, we're looking at about 1/8. Now, it does have a convex edge, but it is thinly ground. This might be one of the sharpest knives I've ever tested. And I say that a lot. The blade width is 1.25 inches. It is a drop point. I'm thinking we have polished micarta handle scales, G10 liners. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Feels great in hand. Now, I got to do a big shout out to Timbo437 for sending it to me so I could check out. And you'll see right there, man, it made mincemeat of those potatoes. That was kind of stupid. It got them thin, son. You could do potato chips with them. This thing is just sharp as all get out. It came sharp, and I'm pretty sure this is straight from Double A Forge. I don't think this is Timbo's edge, which typically he's so particular about his edge, so that speaks to it anyway. The knife weight is 6.1 ounces. Now, like I said, it's a convex grind, but it was thinly ground. And you can see that. You can see that in the cutting. It has a 90-degree spine. It's as close to perfection, man, as you can get for like a camping, hunting, fishing knife. And again, huge shout out to Timbo, man, for letting me check this thing out. Fits great in hand. The thing is this, the spine is 90 degrees, but everything else is contoured and rounded. The handle scales match up perfectly. It is a full tang. It looks like it's being held in there with 3 different pins. The bottom's a lanyard hole. And right here, we're slicing that 1 inch in diameter. That's the inner diameter. 4-ply reinforced sandblast hose. And we cut it a couple different ways, laid it down, and then we pick it up. I just wanted to give you a good look at all the different slicing. This video was more about just straight cutting, right? Wasn't about banging or clanging. That's not what this knife is. That's not what it is at all. This is a companion knife. You can process food with it. You can do a fire with it. I can't speak enough to how sharp this damn thing is. Now watch this. You can see the thickness there. Now watch, we're going to go straight in. That's like a damn razor, son. The reason that I say it's perfect, or damn near perfect, is it's comfortable in hand. There's no hot spots. It came razor sharp. This isn't a pry bar. That's not what it is. It is a cutting tool. It dropped dead nuts. We do 3 or 4 straight drops. You can see the balance point there is right where that first hole is. It drops just straight. This one was fun to cut with. This one was fun to whittle with. This one's been fun to do shorts with. When you've got a sharp knife, then you do dumb shit like that. But when you got a sharp knife, man, it helps a knife reviewer out so much. It can make up for lack of skill set. Now it can't hide everything, but it can really make up ground. And you see right here, we just picked up, did some slicing, We did some cutting. Didn't do any chopping. We don't need to. Really, this is a tool that you would take. You might take a bigger chopper, or you might take a camp axe or a hatchet, something like that. But this is the kind of belt at knife at 6.1 ounces for a fixed blade, for a full fixed blade. It has a good weight to it. It has a perfect balance to it. And right here, we're going to do some lever cuts, nice and easy. It just allows you to really, really dial in. And I'll be honest with you, it seems like their heat treat is spot on. And I'll tell you why. We cut all this stuff up, all the ratchet strap, cut the sandblast hose a couple times, did a lot of whittling, and at the end it goes through paper just like it did at the beginning. I haven't stropped it. I haven't done anything. Look how thin we're getting there. And I'll say this too. I was looking right here. We're doing our zip tie test. I was looking when I was doing kind of those push cuts. Even though it's got a 90-degree spine, it wasn't harsh on my hand. It didn't leave an imprint. It didn't do anything like that. Now here, I wanted to get some of the thicker ratchet strap. Not to mention this stuff is just soaked to the core. But it went straight through it. And it's as sharp at the tip as it is the handle. It's sharp all the way through. I like doing these with the ratchet strap to kind of emulate skinning, caping, etc. And I know you'd use a different hand grip or whatever, but that ratchet strap gives you a good, tough, rough surface, almost like a hide to kind of go through. Knife had zero problems doing that. And it's a knife that I feel like you could use for hours on end and it just wouldn't fatigue you, which is a good thing. Now we stripped a little wire, little extension cord. I do that just about every video, just for the simple fact that I used to have to do that a lot in my job. I like doing that. Does it prove anything? Well, it's good for stripping wire. I guess it proves that. But again, the knife is comfortable in hand. Would I carry it? That's always the question, right? Well, that's a no-brainer. I'd absolutely carry it. Let's watch right here a little bit. I delved in and made a little spear, a little punji stick there. Y'all know how I like to do that for all the neighborhood children and stuff. That's always a big thing for me. I like using that. Now, I believe that's camphor. It starts out as a weed and grows into a tree, and it's just a small limb. But man, when it dries out, it gets super, super hard. That stuff will burn like jet fuel too. But the knife, again, very, very easy. I'll tell you what impressed me throughout this whole damn thing was the stabbing. I know a drop point's pretty good stabber, but man, it just blew through this tire tread. Now, some of it's reinforced, some of it's not. Some of it's just regular tire tread, and it wouldn't be a Choir Boys Outdoors video if I didn't miss the damn tire tread 3 or 4 times. But just for the little 6-8 inch pops that we did, it had phenomenal penetration. Really, really impressed with that. There, we're going to add another piece, and I need to get some new pieces anyway. But the knife was one of the better stabbers, and you see, that's as much as I go on it. Seemed to have good grip on the knife. I'm not going to stab much harder than that with anything I do, right? But I was able to control it. It's got a nice rounded pommel. My thumb fit there perfectly. This is just a great knife. I mean, this is almost one that I could have just let run without saying anything, and it would be phenomenal. If you just go back, even if you have to go back, shut the volume off, turn off my melodious tones, and just watch the knife work. It is impressive as hell. Timbo, again, brother, thank you. And big shout out to Timbo437. I tagged him in the title. Make sure you go check him out. Guys, there was a time in this country where 22 vets a day took their own lives. Now, stats are all over the place. We're right smack dab in the middle of the holidays, so those numbers are higher. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. Man, you got a place here. Guys, I back the blue. Don't back the blue before it happens. I hear it all the time. Well, it's happened to me more than it's happened to you. I have my reasons. I'm not getting into them every video, and I don't try to shove it down y'all's throats. Just something I believe in. Finally, if you are an addict, and I am, never quit quitting. Well, Timbo, this one might get lost in the mail, brother. It's that good. This sumbitch right here just cuts and cuts and cuts. This is after the demonstration with no honing, no sharpening, no nothing. Guys, I'm scabbed. You're not. And I'm gone, son. You're damn right I'd carry it.